Alhaj Muzammil Abong, the Vice Chairman of Uganda Muslim Council. He can wave for recognition, can stand up. That is the Deputy Chairman of Uganda Muslim Council. Members of the management, Uganda Muslim Council, honorable members of the General Assembly, Majlis Ulama, distinguished guests, protocol observed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. Most gracious, most merciful. On behalf of the Muslim community in Uganda and the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, I wish to sincerely thank Your Excellency and the government of Uganda for maintaining the noble tradition of hosting the Muslim community at State House during the holy month of Ramadan. Thank you, Your Excellency. This occasion continues to strengthen the spirit of unity, respect, and fellowship among Ugandans of all faiths. Your Excellency, on my own behalf and on behalf of the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, I convey our sincere congratulations to you upon your re-election as the President of the Republic of Uganda, as our nation marks 40 years of your leadership under the National Resistance Movement. Congratulations, Sebo Kulika Nyo Yoga Yoga. This milestone represents an important chapter in Uganda's history, during which the country has experienced restoration of stability, rebuilding of institutions, and sustained efforts towards national unity and socio-economic transformation. As the Quran reminds us, indeed Allah loves those who act justly. Your Excellency, the Muslim community of Uganda appreciates the prevailing peace, security, and freedom of worship that have enabled faith communities to practice freely and contribute constructively to national development. As loyal citizens of this country, Muslims remain committed to supporting government programs and national progress. At the same time, Your Excellency, we humbly look forward for your continued inclusive participation in national leadership and public service, so that the Muslim community can further contribute its knowledge, professionalism, and patriotism to the development of our nation. We therefore hope that Muslims will continue to be considered appropriately in national appointments and leadership opportunities, as part of the broader effort to ensure that all Ugandans share in responsibility and the privilege of building our nation. Your Excellency, the holy month of Ramadan is a time of reflection, discipline, and compassion. It reminds us of the importance of humility, patience, and generosity. As we gather here this evening to break the fast together, we are reminded of our shared responsibility to support those in need and build a society founded on justice, mercy, and mutual respect. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to inform you that the Uganda Muslim Council has successfully completed the registration of all imams across the country through our mosques. This important exercise has helped us organize our religious leadership, strengthen accountability, and improve coordination within Muslim communities nationwide. Building this foundation, Your Excellency, we have also initiated Imam circles aimed at improving the welfare of economic empowerment of imams and their families, enabling them to participate more actively in the national wealth creation efforts. Your Excellency, we are deeply grateful for your pledge to support the Imam circles nationwide, which will greatly enhance the welfare and the dignity of our religious leaders who serve communities across the country. The Ummah sincerely appreciates this commitment. Thank you, Excellency. Your Excellency, tulina emizigiti mu Uganda egiwerera ddala 1,630. Tulina amatwalo agawerera ddala 85, ne tubeera ne disitulikiti kati empya ez'obusiraamu ziri 87, ne tubeera ne Muslim regions 10. N'olwekyo nga bwe wagaidinga Your Excellency, SACCOs tetwaziteese ku matwale, tuziteese ku disitulikiti 87 olw'okwagala okubeera nti ng'entandiikwa tulaba engeri gye basobola okukolamu. N'olwekyo emizigiti egyo giri gyesitalingiddwa per district. Your Excellency, through your support, the Muslim Women Circle initiative is significant progress in strengthening household incomes and promoting small enterprises among Muslim families. Hajjati Sophia Kenyanji, Chairperson, National Muslim Women Council, ali wano, akoze omulimu mulungi, Your Excellency, singa asitukako, if she is not very far. Your Excellency, you gave initial support of 2 billion to the Muslim women recently when you were at Old Kampala launching the Muslim Women Council. So far, 1.5 billion out of this money has been dispersed to 193 SACCOs out of the 350 currently registered, reaching 111 government districts and benefiting approximately 193,000 Muslim women. Through these SACCOs, members are able to access loans ranging from Uganda shillings 5 to 10 to support small businesses and household enterprises. We are therefore, Excellency, deeply grateful for your recent pledge of an additional amount of 20 billion Uganda shillings to further strengthen Muslim women circles nationwide. This commitment has been received with great optimism and will greatly expand the opportunities of women's economic empowerment. Our target, inshallah, is to grow the program to 600 women circles across the country, further advancing grassroots economic transformation. We encourage the Muslim community to actively participate in government wealth creation programs as you have consistently advised, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, in further continuation of our contribution to Uganda's economic transformation, the Uganda Muslim Council has also entered into a strategic collaboration with Matuga Industries and Logistics Hub Limited, headed by one Hajjati Migadde, Chief Executive Officer of that hub. Your Excellency, twakirabye nti abantu abo batunda eddagala. These centers, we have established centers. We call them halal centers, halal hubs. These centers will provide farmers with genuine and certified agricultural inputs, farmer advisory services, and a training aimed at improving productivity while protecting farmers from counterfeit inputs and exploitation. I am pleased to note that the Chief Executive Officer, Fiona Migadde, Your Excellency, njagala mweda kikemu akubuulire ku former Cooper alina eddagala ery'ebirime byonna, alina eddagala ery'ebisolo, ebigema, ebijjanjaba. N'olwekyo singa gavumenti emweyambisa eddagala si lya bicupuli, y'ensonga lwaki twatandiseewo okubeera ntukolagana. So far tuguddewo centers ku districts ez'obusiraamu eddagala eryo litundibwa. Kamwe eddakiika emu ku njogera yange akubulireko kye bakola. Note that the Qadhi's Courts Bill is now before Parliament, and I will respectfully request your continued support and advocacy for its enactment. As the establishment of Qadhi's courts, it will assist in addressing family and personal matters for Muslims in an orderly manner within the framework of the Constitution of Uganda, while promoting harmony and access to justice within our communities. Your Excellency, beyond our national borders, the world continues to face painful conflicts and a humanitarian crisis. We are particularly concerned about the ongoing tensions in the Gulf, affecting many countries, and the tragic killing of innocent people. Our thoughts and prayers also go to the innocent people suffering in several parts of the world. At this time, Your Excellency, humanity must renew its commitment to diplomacy, justice, and a peaceful coexistence so that the lives and the dignity of innocent people are protected. During this, I call upon people of all faiths in Uganda to join in national prayers for peace, asking the Almighty God to guide nations and leaders towards dialogue, understanding, and a peaceful coexistence. Your Excellency, as a gesture of compassion during this sacred month of mercy and forgiveness, we humbly appeal for your prerogative mercy to consider the release of prisoners, particularly those who have been arrested for political reasons and have not yet been arraigned for criminal offenses, so that the spirit of reconciliation and justice may prevail. Abantu abo, Your Excellency, abamu baabuzibwa, naddala abavubuka baffe baabuzibwa tebakola ebikolobero, naye nga waliwo abagiraki abaabakulembera. N'olwekyo bano abato be baabuza nga bw'oyogera bulijjo, tusaba obasonyiwe bakomewo bayize. Your Excellency, we are pleased to inform you that the Muslim community in Uganda is preparing to commemorate 2 centuries of Islam in Uganda. The celebrations will honor the pioneers of Islam and highlight the contributions of Muslims in education, trade, governance, and national unity, while promoting the values of peace, knowledge, and service to the nation. This commemoration will also promote religious and cultural tourism by showcasing the Islamic heritage sites across the country. In this effort, we are partnering with the private sector foundation, Uganda, headed by none other than Mukuru Shaft Nasa Mukwaya, to ensure that the initiative contributes not only to preserving the heritage, but also to creating economic opportunities through tourism and community engagement. We therefore seek Your Excellency's continued support and guidance as preparations progress, and we shall keep you regularly informed and at an opportune time present further details of the celebrations. Allow me to observe the blessed month of Ramadan. We pray that Almighty Allah accepts our fasting, our prayers, and all acts of worship performed during this month of Ramadan. We pray that Allah grants Your Excellency and Mama good health, wisdom, and strength as you continue to serve our nation, and that He continues to bless Uganda with peace, stability, and prosperity. For the Muslims, I wish you a happy and fruitful month of Ramadan, and Ramadan Kareem, and also Eid Mubarak in advance. Thank you for God and my country. Assalamu alaikum.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and the President-elect of the Republic of Uganda, the Vice President, Honorable Jessica Alupo, and all the ministers, allow me to ride on the protocol that has already been established. Your Excellency, in the interest of time, for us Muslims, by 7 we should have finished. We should have finished the speeches, and then we go for prayer and break the fast. Your Excellency, the issue of the Qadi courts, the bill is before us. And I want to thank you before my Muslim brothers and sisters for giving us the trust again as the Speaker of Parliament and Deputy Speaker of Parliament. We want to thank you sincerely, and this is the time of Ramadan for forgiveness, for unity and reconciliation. Your Excellency, we want to thank you. On a special note, I want to thank the Muslim community. During our campaign period, I want to say this: Muslims supported President Museveni. In every rally where we would want somebody to pray, there would always be a Muslim. We want to thank you for the support for President Museveni. Your Excellency, we want to thank you for supporting the Muslim leaders always to go for Hijjah pilgrimage. May the good Allah bless you and keep you forever for us. You're a gift to this country, Your Excellency. And Muslims, as we continue praying at this period of time, let's keep praying for our president to live longer and longer in this country. Allow me to invite
of Uganda, the Right Honorable Rukiana Kadama, the third Deputy Prime Minister, honorable members of Cabinet present, Excellencies, the ambassadors, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Your Eminence, Sheikh Ramadan Mubaje, all dignitaries in your respective ranks, and Salam alaikum. I have my short prayer which I always say when I am with my friends and brothers, the Muslim community. And as I sing, you will be helping me to sing from where you are. Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Akbar. Allah Akbar, Ahamu. Your Excellency, that is the shortest prayer that I know in Islam, but I will continue learning more. Allow me, Your Excellency, to thank you and Mama for extending the annual invitation to our Muslim brothers and sisters to come here in State House annually to observe this iftar dinner. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I would like to thank the Muslim brothers and sisters and congratulate them for so far the successful journey in the month of Ramadan. The month of Ramadan, like the period of Lent, has 3 key messages to all of us, the people of God. That is prayer, almsgiving, and fasting. I congratulate the team that chose the theme of today. It is a theme that communicates a strong message to all of us as the people of God, as Ugandans. And I will not dilute it, but I would like to thank you for choosing that theme. It's a very good theme. Without peace, it is not easy to develop, or it is not possible to develop. But I know that Uganda has come a long way. Let me also use this occasion to thank His Excellency, who is the Commander-in-Chief, for having established that peace here in Uganda together with the security forces. Your Excellency, we don't take it for granted because we know that Uganda is now an island of peace in a region that is disturbed, and we are now exporters of peace and security through many mechanisms, Your Excellency, which you design as the Commander-in-Chief. So I call upon all of us, the Muslim community, to keep and ensure that we maintain that peace for the very reasons that we have articulated in today's theme. Today, Your Excellency, is not my day to speak from here. Let me now use this opportunity to invite you to address us. The floor is yours, sir.
Muslims for the fasting. It's not yet over, but I think we have gone some distance. Secondly, I want to thank the Muslims and all the Ugandans for massively supporting us during the last elections. Thirdly, I'm glad that Ugandans listened to our message. You know, Uganda had become a failed state. It had been undermined by the poison of the politics of identity. When I went to Sudan, Khartoum, invited by Omar Bashir, that was the last time I was there. It was some years ago. We were in the big hall in Khartoum, where they have public meetings. And then I said, you people, what do you call identity in Arabic? They told me Hawiya, that is called Hawiya, identity. Then I said, what do you call interests? Then they said it is called Maslaha. So then I said, you people of Sudan, what politics are you following? Is it Hawiya or Maslaha? The whole laughed. The whole laughed. Now, that was the big problem here. In the 1962 elections, the problem you have is that what you call history, I call current affairs. Because I was there, I don't know, God has really favored me. In the last 65 years, from 1960, I have been either watching or directly involved. By 1960, I was in, they were calling it Junior Secondary 2. That was the eighth year in the school system, and I was following everything. So in the elections of 1962, we had 3 political parties based on Hawiya, on identity, on sectarianism. You had the Democratic Party, DP, for the Catholics. You had UPC for the Protestants and some Muslims. And then you had Kabaka Yeka for the Baganda Protestants, tribal and sectarian religion. That was the poison that almost destroyed Uganda. Because in the 1962 elections, no party could win majority. Because if you say religion, there's no religion here which will win a majority. If you say tribe, there's no tribe which will win a majority. So that's why, after they failed to get a majority, that's why Kabaka Yeka formed an alliance with UPC, which lasted only 2 years and collapsed. And then we went into war. 1966, 1971, 1972, 1979, 1981, wars. However, from 1965, the student movement saw through these mistakes. And we said, you people, follow the politics of maslaha, of emigaso kinakugasa. Timulowoleza onani atuyamba ki kyemba mutandikirako. Emigaso mutunule abantu kyebagasa, si oyani Katonda yamanya abantu embeera yaabwe. Golu Katonda oyagala kina embeera y'abantu ono gundi Katonda yabatonda. Who are you? So what is happening now in the Middle East is something we have discussed with those leaders. I have really discussed with those leaders. All of them, they are all our friends. The Israelis are our friends. The Iranians are our friends. The UAE are our friends. The Qataris are our friends. The Saudis, the Americans. And when they were fighting last year, I put out, you know, I am chairman of the non-aligned movement. Up to now, I am still chairman. But when the fighting started last year, I first kept quiet. I didn't want. But after some time, I issued a statement. My staff can get that statement and give it to the people who are here, where I really externalized what we have been talking quietly with all these people. You will read it. But the whole problem starts with what we call in English chauvinism. Chauvinism. Buli omu okulowooza nti yeyeka. Everybody thinks he's the one who is. most important. So that's why we have got that huge problem. You can see now the destruction, the dangers. I discussed with the Iranians, with all of them, the leaders, Ahmadinejad, Raisi, the one who was here, all of them, Hashem Rafsanjani. I was saying, you people, the Iranians now, why don't you recognize Israel? They said Israel does not belong here. It is not, it is a transplant in the Middle East. I said, no. Me, I know this part of the world from the Bible. You are all mentioned in the Bible. The Jews are mentioned, the Persians are mentioned. There's another group called Medians. The Philistines, Palestinians are mentioned. Goliath was a Palestinian. Why don't you? So I told them, you should accept Israel so that we implement the two-state solution. Then I go to Netanyahu, who is a good friend of mine. He has come here many times. We're in this house here with him and the president of Sudan. General Burhan. We were here. We had a meeting here. I said, why don't you recognize Palestine? Why? The two-state solution. Because of course, for them they say, initially the Palestinians, the Arabs did not accept the two-state solution. It is true that in one of the conferences, Khartoum conference, the Arabs had said, no recognition, no what, that lie. But since that time, they have accepted. You, Israel, why don't you implement this? They can't. You don't know why. They say, oh, this one, they say this, but you can see they are very reluctant to accept the two-state solution. Then our friends, the Americans, the use of force in this area. In that statement, I gave the history of all these mistakes. So therefore, I want to congratulate you, Ugandans, because when we told you, please avoid sectarianism, reject sectarianism, love all Ugandans, irrespective of their differences. You listened. I want to thank you. In elections, the NRM is always winning. On the first round, we have never gone for the second round. Why? Because you all agreed that the message of unity was better than the other message of sectarianism. So when you see the suffering in the Middle East, you can see the consequences of. That area is very rich. But you can see the politics disturb the whole area. So I want to congratulate you, Ugandans, for accepting our message of the students Because when we started in 1965, rejecting sectarianism, they were laughing at us, the old politicians. They were saying, you young boys, you don't know reality. Reality is that blood is thicker than water, meaning that tribalism is more important than anything else. And I remember telling them that you people, me, I'm a cattle keeper. I produce milk, I produce beef, I produce bananas. Buli angulako musanyukira. Sisobola kugamba nti abanyankole bokka be bangulako. Ab'e Kampala bwe bagula amata gange baba banyambi. Bwe bagula amatooke baba banyambi. Bwe bagula ennyama baba banyambi. So I value Uganda. I value East Africa. I value Africa because they are the ones who support my prosperity. When you come to Victoria and you find I have built a good house, it is not because of my tribe. It is because of Uganda, of East Africa, of Africa. Because they are the ones who buy my milk, buy my beef, buy my bananas. So, dividing people is really short-sighted. It's even against your own interests. I want to discuss with the Western countries. If you are a smart person, especially if you are a smart businessman, why would you want to trade with a poor man? A poor man anakuyamba chi? Why don't you want people to have income, to have money, to have wealth in the whole world? Global affluence. Because if you get global affluence, they will buy more from you. Poor people, how much will they buy from you? So I would want to really to get time and discuss with all these people the issue of global affluence, which would benefit everybody. When China modernized, mumpada kazindaro, yamwe, you are the ones who gave me the kazindaro. Ne kanyanguye, kuanga ifturu is about to come now. China modernized. In 1986, I was trying to build a steel industry here. But I was told, I said, no, steel has no market in the world. And indeed, at that time, a ton of steel was $200. But when China started modernizing and building modern infrastructure using steel, price of steel went to $900. So the prosperity of China benefited me here. The price of copper went up, the price of all those products. So therefore, I would like to use this Ramadan to call upon people in the world to work for justice everywhere. And global affluence. Mwewere nyo Katonda waberi.
That is a very special picture.
Agenjalo abalina eddiini ez'enjawulo naye ekigambo ky'okubeera obumu n'okuwuliziganya nsonga tafaalidde nnyo okuzimba eggwanga lyaffe Uganda era y'ensonga lwaki obubaka obwo tubusiimye nnyo tubusiimidde ddala. Of course kati era bw'otunuulira ensonga zonna eziriwo olwaleero ensonga y'okuta abasibe eri ku mwanjo tujjukira bulungi nnyo we twali kusibuka ku Parliament futali wa Parliament Dr. Prince Kassim Nakibinge yali omugenyi omukulu yayogera ku nsonga y'okuta abasibe. Kikoze bulungi nnyo olwaleero nti ne mukadde waffe Sheikh Mubajje ayogedde ku nsonga eno ey'okuta abasibe. Nolwekyo ekyokuta abasibe ndowooza kati buli omu atandise okukirabira ddala nti nsonga era twagala okwebaza bonna abongera okwogera ku nsonga eno. Ffe buli muntu yenna ayogera ku nsonga z'okuta abasibe ez'okuteekawo ekisonyiwo bina tugamba agende mu maaso era bwe banaagenda mu maaso nga boogera ku nsonga eno boolyawo pulezidenti w'eggwanga n'awuliza naffe ensonga eno engeri gye twagyogerako era gye tujja kugenda nga tugyogerako era tugenda kuddamu tumusinkane ku nsonga ezimu ku zo ku nsonga y'okuta abasibe.
Waliwo okumukuba oluseke ekintu kino kibi nnyo 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 abakulembeze baffe kye bakola buli we tujja tuba tuzze kusiibuluka na kusoma dduwa buli sipiiki ya luseke kino ekintu kibi nnyo era njagala abakulembeze baffe obusiraamu beerivayizinge bwe tuba tuzze wano tuzze kusiibulukuka ndakukozesa budde buno kusomesa pulezidenti busiraamu we butambula. Kati ekyansi yokka gye tulina omusomesa obusiraamu ate okozesa obudde bwolina omusomesa obusiraamu ate omukuba luseke buli sawa pulojekiti etannaggwa akasente ke wasitusuubiza waliwo ne kino kyetagayo ku ssente waliwo ne kipulojekiti abakulu balekeraawo abantu bajjenga wano nga bazze kusomesa abatali basiramukire wano. Omukisa gwe tufuna wano nga tuzze TV zibeerawo nnyingi z'osobola okukozesa n'osomesa obusiraamu wano ne babitegeera mangu. So abasiraamu mwenna mbaagaliza ekisibo ekirungi ne Idi we beetuuse ennungi naye kyembasaba bwe tuba tuli mu maaso g'abantu nga bano abakulisitaayo kubanga pulezidenti wa Uganda mukulisitaayo temuyibisaamu nnyo luseke ne banne ab'eddiini ye tebamukuba bwe batyo mukakkanye bannaye nedda. Iraamu omushiya abashiya tudominatinze nnyo ensi gye bayita Iran ne Iraq. Of course kya kabi kibi nnyo okubanga America erumba Iran bwetyo naye ndi musanyufu nnyo okubanga abashiya aba Iran bakoze ekyamaanyi okubanga balespondinze mu ngeri gye balespondingamu era tugoberera era tusaba Katonda akwatireko abantu ba Iran.